Hello guys, this is Marco and welcome to yet another Satisfactory video. I'm standing here on this big rock in the Rocky Desert for two reasons. Well, first of all, as you can see, I'm admiring my awesome wet concrete factory. And if you're interested in that one, there's going to be a link or a card in the corner there for you to check out. And like I said in that video, I need some help with troubleshooting the water problems I have. So if you want to help me out, please watch the video and give me some ideas in the comments. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is because slightly to the east of the factory, there's this empty space. And I decided that this is going to be the place in which I'm going to build my new factory. And you are asking, well, what this factory is going to be? Well, here it is. The Great Copper Project. So what is that, you ask? Well, this is going to be the factory in which we're going to make all the basic copper parts and copper sheets, right? Wire and cable. So like I told you before, this factory you see in the distance there, this is all temporary. It's like a starter factory. And now once, I'm done with tier 6 technology, I want to update all the production chains here for the outputs that will be required in the later tiers. So what I came up with over here, I'm very excited about it because I was thinking about this for several weeks now, how I want to do it and what I want to do. So I made this nice presentation here for you. So I chose, of course, you know me so far. If you watch other videos, I try to experiment with alternate recipes. And just let me take a quick peek at my notes here. So what we're going to have here is we're going to need water uh, because we're going to be using pure copper ingot recipe, and we're going to be using steamed copper sheets. So I think altogether this is going to be about 38 water extractors. Then we need the copper ore. And as you can see, the amount of ore, uh, it's not actually huge at all. And I'm super stoked about this because, there's only about 33 and 700, I think, uh, copper ore available on the map, per minute. So this is actually not bad for what I want to make here. This is actually not bad. And I'm saving all this ore because, as you can see, I'm going to be using recipes that include iron to substitute or to mix in um, with copper. And limestone also will increase even the output of, the iron. So we need only minuscule amounts of iron and copper, which is great because this way our logistics will be a lot easier. And the limestone, I wanted to use over here because what I want to do here is I want to extract all the resources that are available in Rocky Desert, and there is some limestone nodes uh, that are still here, and they are nice pure nodes that I want to use in this project. So let's move to the side here. So in the first phase, what we're going to do here is we're going to have 96 refineries that will use the pure copper ingot recipe to create 3,600 copper ingots. So they're going to use a little bit of water and all the copper ore. that we mine for that. And we're also going to have 53 foundries that will produce 3,113 iron ingots. And they will do that because they will be using the basic iron ingot. So we're going to do foundries, right? So they're going to combine limestone and iron ore, and they're going to make all those ingots. And then in phase two, we're going to use 160 refineries to take all the copper ingots and create 3,600 copper sheets, right? And then, I'm kind of laughing because I called it the copper project, but actually, all the other parts that are normally copper would be made with iron, which is kind of silly, but hey, they allow you to do that, so let's do it. So we're going to have 250 constructors, and they're going to be using the iron wire recipe to create 5,600 wire, which is pretty crazy. And they're going to use all the ingots, right? And I'm going to bring some rubber, actually all the rubber that I'm actually making right now from our, oil rigs that use the archipelago oil. And again, there's going to be a card in the corner for you to check that out. And we're going to use 14 assemblers to mix that rubber with about 600 wire that we made in the constructors here. And this is going to create actually astounding number of 1,340 coated cable, which is pretty impressive actually for 14 assemblers. So as you can see, this is our products that we're gonna get at the end. Copper sheets, wire, and coated cable. And this is awesome. As far as energy balance, we have 11,662 megawatts needed, which actually will bring us pretty much to the maximum of power that I can make right now, or I'm making right now. So I think, after this copper project, we're gonna expand into, let's see, we're gonna expand into the Fiery Coast, which is like right here, and there are oil nodes right here, and we're gonna build, I think, another refinery. Probably something different than oil rig. We already did oil rigs, but something, interesting there. We're gonna try to incorporate those islands there, and we're gonna need more fuel, more plastic, more rubber. So that's, next project, right? Okay, so now how this is, why I chose all that this way. Why I didn't just do the basic recipe? Well, here it is. I have another presentation, haha, for you. So making the same amount of products with the basic recipes would require this amount of copper ore. And yes, that is 11,040 copper ore, which is about 30% of all the copper on a map. So you see right there, first big hurdle would be logistics. We would have to expand into multiple biomes, build railroads, probably railroads, because, how else would you get this here? And then, there's a lot more parts in this game in the future that require a lot copper, and we need that copper for later. So I'm not going to use, 30% of copper on the map to make wires, that would be just ridiculous. But anyhow, this would later involve, if we would decide to do that, 368 smelters making same amount of copper ingots. And then we would take this to 360 constructors using 7,200 copper ingots to make 3,600 copper sheets, and then 256 constructors taking the rest of the copper ingots to make 7,680 wire, and then we would take uh, part of that wire uh, into 45 constructors and then make the cables, right? So right there you can see, 45 constructors versus, 14 assemblers. Um, uh, and then of course the product would be the same. The result is the same. And the only benefit you would get from that setup is that you would use a little more than half of the power, right? Than the previous setup. So I think the choice here is pretty simple, and you know, there's no question about what I want to do here. So as far as the design, we all gonna have to just kind of wait and see a little bit. It's gonna be more planning involved. Where to put what. It's difficult terrain here, so I'm thinking maybe down here in that lower portion, we're gonna have some train station because the railroad, the main railroad goes here. So I think if I need some more copper or something, I can bring it through here. And then for the building, since I expect this to, maybe there's going to be a need in the future to expand on those, parts of the factory that make those parts, then it has to be some kind of like a tower design, right? So since there's not too much room here, I think we're gonna go with some tower design. We're gonna have let's see how many towers we would have to. We would have to have one for this, and then one, two, and three. So it would have to be like a five, towers, complex. Uh, yeah, you know, we'll see. We'll see. That's gonna be the next step. And this is gonna be, like I said, new series of videos. So there's going to be episodes in which I'm either going to be building all that stuff, and you can see everything how I'm doing it, or it's going to be like I'll build a part of it, make a video about it, build another part, make another video about it. Uh, we'll see. I'm trying to get a little better with video editing, and I got some software for that now, so I'm gonna be learning a little bit about that. Hopefully the videos will be, a little better, more interesting, not just me talking. Uh, and as far as time frame, well, guys, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm a middle-aged guy, so gaming is not all I do in life. Uh, and I say that with regret because it would be nice to just chill, and game and stream all day. But unfortunately, there are other things I have to do. So this, there is no set time frame. I will try to do my best, to expand this as fast as I can, but I can't promise you anything. So just, watch for those episodes if you're interested in that. There will be a separate playlist for that. Um, and yeah, I suppose this is it. Once again, I encourage everybody to like the video, subscribe. You can comment, even if it's just, hey, I'm feeding the algorithm. I'm fine with that. It gives me a big boost, and energy to make another content. And like I said, this is a hobby channel, but it's always nice to see, if somebody appreciates what you're doing. So yes, guys, for today, this is it. Thank you very much, and have a great night.